Warriors into the Wild by Aaron Hunter. Chapter 8. Yellowfin growled in defeat at the approaching footsteps, but Firepaw could sense her panic. The she-cat scuttled her feet. So long. Thanks for the meal. She tried to leap away 3 legs and winced in pain. Look, this leg stiffened. That's why I've been arrested. Now it was too late for her to run. Silent shadows leaped out of the trees. In the heartbeat, the ThunderClan patrol in stark with Firepaw and Yellowfin. Firepaw recognized them. Tiger Claw, Darkstripe, Willowpelt, and Bluestar, all of them lean and hard-muscled. Firepaw smelled Yellowfin's fear at the sight of them. Greypaw followed close behind. He bounded off the bushes and stood beside the warrior patrol. Firepaw made a hasty greeting to his clan, but only Greypaw returned it. Hi, Firepaw, he called out. Silence, Tiger Claw growled. Firepaw glanced at Yellowfin, growled evilly. She smelled a fierce scent on her, but instead of the cowering submission, the scruffy creature was glowing in the feast. Firepaw. Bluestar's question was cool and measured. What we have here? An enemy warrior and rapidly feed by smell of you both. Her eyes burned into him, and Firepaw dropped his head. He was weak and hungry, he began. And what about you? What's your hunger so bad you have to feed yourself before you gather a prey for your clan? Bluestar went on. I assume you have very good reason for breaking the warrior code. Firepaw was not fooled by Leader's soft tone. Bluestar was furious, and rightly so. He crouched low on the ground. Before he could speak, there was loud hiss from Tiger. Once a kitty pet, always a kitty pet. Bluestar ignored Tiger Claw and looked instead at Yellowfin. Suddenly he looked surprised. Well, Firepaw, it seems you captured a ShadowClan cat, and one I know well. You are ShadowClan Meadows cat, aren't you? Smiled Yellowfin. What are you doing so far in the ThunderClan territory? I was a ShadowClan Meadows cat. Now I choose to travel alone, hissed Yellowfin. Firepaw listened, astonished. Had he heard right? Yellowfin was a ShadowClan warrior. His fiddly comments would have made their total assent. He had enjoyed tackling her more if he had known. Yellowfin, Tiger Claw murmured mockingly. It looks like you've fallen on hard times. You get beaten by a prince. No, Darkstripe. This old cat is no use to us. Let's kill her now. As if for this kitty pat, she has broken the warrior code by feeding an enemy warrior. She should be punished. Keep your claws in, Darkstripe. Bluestar purred calmly. All the clans will speak of Yellowfin bravely and wisdom. It may help us to hear what she has to say. Come, we'll take her back to camp. Then we'll decide what to do with her and with Firepaw. Can you walk? She asked Yellowfin, or do you need help? I had still got 3 good legs. Grizzle She-Cat snapped back, leaping forward. Firepaw saw that Yellowfin's eyes was glazed with pain, but she seemed determined not to show any weakness. He just noticed a good respected fiddler across Bluestar's face before the ThunderClan leader turned and slowly led the way through the trees. The other warriors positioned on the other side of Yellowfin, and the patrols moved off, carefully keeping pace with the lame prisoner. Firepaw and Greypaw fell and stepped together back of the group. Have you heard Yellowfin? Firepaw hissed to Greypaw. A bit. Apparently she was a warrior before she became a medicine cat, which is unusual. I can't imagine her as a loner, though. She had lived her whole life in ShadowClan. What's a loner? Firepaw glared. A loner is a cat that is a part of the clan or carried by 2 legs. Tiger Claw says they're unworldly and selfish. They often live around 2-legged goblins, but belong to no one and catch their own food. I might end up a lawyer once Bluestar has finished with me, Firepaw meowed. Bluestar is very fair, Greypaw reassured him. She won't throw you out. She certainly seems to pleasure having this important ShadowClan cat as a prisoner. I'm sure she's not going to make fun of you're feeding the pool of magic back. But they keep moaning about the play being scarce. Oh, why did I eat that rabbit? Firepaw felt shame burn through his fur. Oh, yeah, Greypaw nudged his friend. That was a mouse brain. You really broke the warrior code there, but no cat is perfect. Firepuff didn't answer but took them onward with a heavy heart. This was not the way he hoped first all the attacks would land. As the patrols passed the cemeteries to guard the camp entrance, the rest of the ThunderClan came to welcome their warriors home. Queens, kids, and elders crowded in on either side. They approached closely at Yellowfin lead to the camp. Some of the elders recognized the old she-cat, word spread quickly through the clan they were ShatterClan Medicine Cat and steadily girding them around them. Yellowfin seemed deaf to the tangents. Firepuff couldn't help admiring the way he limped with the dignity toward the conductor of the stage at insurance. He knew he was a good deal of pain and hungry in spite of the rabbit she had caught for her. When the patrol reached the high road, Bluestar nodded toward the dirty ground in front of it. Yellowfin followed the ThunderClan leader's command, sinking briefly into the earth. Still ignoring the hostile stayers around her, he'd been licking her wounded leg. Firepuff was not as positive and more for her corner. She had sensed the presence of an injured cat in the camp. He watched the crab propagate around towards her throat. Yellowfin glared at Spudleaf and hissed, "I know how to take care of my own wounds. Don't need your help." Spudleaf said nothing but nodded respectfully and stepped back. Some of the cats had been out hunting, and fresh kill was brought for the returning warriors to eat. They each took some food and carried it away to a little patch to eat it. Then the other clan cats crept forward to take their own share. Firepaw stared hungrily at the clearing and watched all the cats crash their unusual groups, chewing and gulping. He noticed a Myrtle, but she didn't care anything from the pile. He had broken word the warrior code. He guessed this means forbidden to share in the fresh kill. He paused beside the high road where Bluestar was sharing words with Tiger Claw, uncertain. Firepaw listened to the leader for the sign he would allow to eat, but the great kid and Sun Warrior were busy murmuring at one another in low tones. Firepaw wondered if they were talking about him. This spirit had known his fate. He had turned ears to hear what they're saying. Tiger Claw's laugh shouted impatient. "It's too dangerous to bring an animal worthy to the heart of ThunderClan. Now she knows the camp. Even the youngest ThunderClan kept with her. We have to move." "Calm down, Tiger Claw," Bluestar purred. "Why should we move? Yellowfin says to travel alone now. There's no reason ThunderClan to hear it." "Do you really believe in that? What on earth is the foolish Candypan thinking of?" Tiger Claw spat. "But think for a moment, Tiger Claw," meowed Bluestar. "Why would the ThunderClan Medicine Cat choose to leave her clan? You seem afraid that Yellowfin will share our clan secrets with ThunderClan, but you have thought about how many secrets you might share with us." Firepuff could see by the way Firefly began to flatten that Bluestar's word made some sense. The warrior nodded briefly and staggered off to share the fresh coat. Bluestar remained where she was. She looked across the clearing, where some of the younger kids fighting and tumbling playfully in the dust. Then she stood and began to walk toward Firepaw. He heard lurch. What he was going to say to him? But Bluestar walked straight past him. She didn't even glance at him. Her eyes clouded with unknown distant thoughts. "Phosphor!" she called out and approached the nursery. A pure white cat and dark blue eyes slept within the brambles. Inside, the noise of the meowing grew louder. "Hush, kids!" purred the white cat richly. "I won't be long." Then she turned to Harley. "Yes, Bluestar, what is it?" "One of our parents has walks in the area. We're not requested to guard the nursery carefully and make sure all the kids less than 6 months to stay inside the camp until a warrior has driven away." Phosphor nodded. "I'll pass in that warning, Bluestar. Thank you." Then she turned and squeezed back to the nursery to quiet the crying kids. At last, Bluestar strode over the pile of fresh gold and took her share. The playful pigeon had left further there. Firepaw looked at longingly he carried away to eat the standard warriors. Finally, his hunter drove him forward. Greypaw was with Ravenpaw, wolfing down a small bench beside the tree stump. He saw Firepaw approach the pile and flick his head encouragingly. Firepaw bent his neck, ready to take a small wound mass in his teeth. "Not for you go," Tiger growled, staring beside it, potting the mouse away. "You didn't bring in the prey, and elders will eat your share. Take it to them." Firepaw looked over to Bluestar. She nodded shortly. "Do as she says." Eventually, Firepaw picked up the mouse and carried